minutes before I face off with Ahmad Rashad. Trouble. That's all he's in, just nothing but serious trouble. This is what I do, talk for a living, talk to camera. No fear.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to One-on-One. Our guest today is one of Hollywood's hottest comedians. He's won numerous awards, including the NAACP Image Award as Entertainer of the Year. He starred in his own comedy specials for HBO, while also hosting It's Showtime at the Apollo and the Steve Harvey Show. You can catch Steve Harvey's Big Time Thursday nights on the WB, and here is none other than Steve Harvey.
Wow.
Steve, that was, you like that?
That's a long intro right
That was good, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. I need a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go lay down.
Tell me about your basketball background, because you know we're going to talk basketball here.
Yeah, I mean, I played as a youngster,
Did you play or did you play?
Yeah, I played a little college ball.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. What was your signature move? Did you have a fadeaway, crossover? What was?
Move down. That was when other players went in, I just moved down one. That was my signature move. They didn't let me in the game unless everybody was hurt. And I mean everybody. When they called me, I didn't even want to go in. I just walk and just pull my suit off, just be ice cold, skin be ashy, no warm up, nothing. As soon as they throw it to me, I just shoot it so hard, just break the Coke machine. That's pretty much was.
Now, were you a scorer? Were you a passer? Were you a rebounder?
I was a down low man, even though I was 6 feet tall. I was a great down low man. I was Adrian Dantley. I had 144 moves under the basket. 145. Yeah.
So now what happened to you? What happened? Just at one day you just said, I'm not going to play basketball anymore? I mean, where was the transition from playing to not playing?
Well, the coach actually was the transition. He came in and said, can we have your uniform? We have somebody who can play, and it ain't you. And that's really was my transition to not play anymore. I wanted to stay on the team.
Was it tough for you mentally? I mean, that's a heavy burden there for somebody to tell you that you can't play anymore, especially if you really want to play.
Right. I mean, I got cut from the team on a Tuesday. Games were on Friday. So by Friday, I was feeling better about it. I immediately got over it.
At what point did you start following the NBA?
I've been following that all my life, man. Ever since I was young.
And you from Cleveland?
Oh, yeah.
So they haven't been good your whole life?
We used to drive 45 minutes out to Richfield Coliseum to watch that. We actually, me and A.J. Jamal sat there and watched the entire pro basketball game without a dunk. Now, you explain that to me. How the Cavaliers played an entire basketball game without a dunk.
They had ugly uniforms, I remember.
We were horrid. Do you know what our fight song was?
You got a fight song?
Yeah, you know how they had a little song?
Yeah.
Our fight was a polka. Know how hard that is to watch some old Ukrainian guys out there with them little organs that you squeeze with your chest and them little suspenders, and everybody be doing them little steps with, like old people river dancing. It was humiliating, man, to be a Cavalier fan. They had the little man with the little feather in his hat. It was some embarrassing times out there, man. 45-minute drive for that.
So, but the fan you were? I mean, you were behind that team.
I was out
you would
there.
Drive that far to see that team.
Hey, let me tell you something. We would sit behind the bench. You could sit almost anywhere, though. So I sat right behind the bench.
Which was a very comfortable spot for you, because when you played, you sat right in front of that.
Oh, we back on that again.
No, I'm not. I'm just, you keep bringing it up.
Oh, okay.
You said when you played, you sat on
me.
the bench, and when you went to the game, you sat right behind the bench. Obviously a comfortable spot in the arena.
Absolutely. Okay, very good. That's very professional way you twisted that down. I like that. But we used to sit behind the visitors' bench and would be yelling stuff like we was playing the Washington Bullets one time, and I was yelling at them. I said, y'all can't hurt us. We state champs. The Bullets was on the floor laughing. That joke, one of the guys took that out on the floor and told it to the Cavs. which they didn't appreciate that too much at all, you know.
But I really think that makes you a bigger and better fan because you withstood all that.
Oh, absolutely,
Bad
man.
teams still went out to see him play every day.
You know, from Cleveland, you had to get through some times. You know, that was the Indians over there, you know, then the Cavs, you know, the Browns had some tough years, but they were always pretty competitive. But yeah, man.
They may be coming back now. They got the LeBron James. Could be a new day in Cleveland.
Oh, going to be a new day in Cleveland.
We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back with more Steve Harvey. Comedian Steve Harvey. And Steve, we were just talking about Cleveland, being from Cleveland. And what do you think about how LeBron has revitalized Cleveland?
You know, in the beginning, I really didn't think in the beginning that it would really be possible for a kid to come out of high school and do as well as he's done, you know, because when you look at all the other players that came out of high school, Kevin Garnett, I thought Moses Malone made an impact, but you look at pretty much all of the rest of them that came out, even Kobe, and it took them a while to adjust. And I mean, LeBron is still making a lot of adjustments, but oh my goodness, man, for this kid to be this young and to pass the ball the way he does, that's the most alarming thing to me, is the way he sees the floor already.
When I see him play, I see him more as an athletic Magic Johnson type. More so, they keep talking about Michael Jordan. He's a point guard, I think.
Right, but see, there are no more Michael Jordan.
No. Okay.
There will be no more Michael Jordans. That's like, there's no more Muhammad Ali's.
Right.
There's no more Richard Pryors. There will be no more Michael Jordans.
So they should leave that alone.
Yeah, they got to stop these comparisons. Kobe's not him. This is not happening. I don't know anybody who can get to that competitive level for that long of a period of time and make everybody around him be that much better. There's not a person playing the game that does that. But LeBron James, I think, is the best person to ever come out of high school right into the league. I think he's doing better than anybody.
That's very impressive. Now, you coached at Magic Johnson's, is it Midsummer Nights?
Absolutely.
Magic?
I got some boys with attitude now. Let's feel it. All right, player. I feel you.
And you had LeBron on your team.
On my team.
So this was your chance to get back from having a coach sit. Who'd you sit on the bench who didn't let play? Anybody?
Who did I do?
Yeah. Was there anybody? Because we know you said your coach didn't let you play much.
Oh, I set LeBron down as soon as I could.
Just what? Why?
Because I know he had never felt the sting of sitting on the bench. And I wanted him to feel the pain I had felt. So, and as he said, I just pointed at LeBron. Not up here next to me where the coach at. And then when he got out, I said, move down. Move down one more. I had him feel that.
What about Carmelo Anthony? He was also on your team.
He had 38 points that night.
Was he high scoring the game?
Yes. I thought that he would actually be having a better season than LeBron from what I saw that day.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you. Carmelo, LeBron, or just two separate players?
Two separate players, but for the money you'd have to go right now with LeBron, because I think he's the ticket seller right now, and if you look at it from a business standpoint, and just a purely, entertainment value, LeBron is having one of those seasons. He's making the highlight reel, you know?
Right. But wonderful for the NBA to have these two young kids, both great kids, to come in and just put some oomph into the league.
I'm going to let it out. I hadn't really discussed this up until this point, but I'm actually LeBron's daddy.
And you want to bring that out here?
Just want to let that out in case, anybody want. I mean, I ain't seen him on nothing. I'm just pretty much putting mine out there now. You never know. It's going to be some money loose up in here in a minute. So I want none to get past me, but it's just be sitting there with LeBron.
But what makes you think that? I mean, is it part of his game? What is it that makes...
Where is he from?
He's from Cleveland.
Where am I from?
You from Cleveland.
You do the math.
But I'm trying to see if there's anything similar in y'all's games.
He 19. The games ain't got to be similar.
It doesn't.
Look here. I'm 46, he 19. I got a Hummer.
Mm-hmm.
What does LeBron drive?
I think he drives a Hummer.
A Hummer. Like father.
How would you describe your coaching style?
Aggressive and free-flowing. You know, I like to let the guys loose and play the game, you know.
You to be reckoned with. They can't just do what they want to do. We got to slow some of their show down. They just showing off on us now. Steve Harvey coaching, boy. You don't believe me, man.
I'm there to have fun, but really, man, I want to win the game. I actually tried to win the game. And I out-coached Magic this past contest we had. I actually out-coached it.
Just give me one good one at the end. I can't believe how good I'm coaching. Do your thing, baby. Do your thing. Hey, LeBron, come on, baby. Let's get wet now. That's the first time I had the rookies. I had them believing in themselves. That's all it takes. They in the league. They belong in the league.
And you know, let me say this, you look good, too, on the sidelines.
Now, I'm the cleanest coach in the country. You know, people used to think Pat Riley was clean.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Pat, you know, a lot of people don't know this, and I didn't want that to get out either, but Pat Riley is my brother.
Man, we breaking news here on this program.
Yeah, I'm going to get it done.
So, Pat Riley is your brother.
Right.
Where is he from?
Washington.
And where are you from?
Cleveland.
What's the math on that one?
Daddy had a plane ticket. Daddy got a lot of miles. Frequent flyers.
We will be back to talk about a lot more.
I know everything there is to know about sports. My opinion is the greatest of all time. There's none great. I know everything. Ask me something. Ask me something when we get out here. Just ask me something.
We are back. My guest is Steve Harvey. And Steve, as you look around the league, is there any player in the league that reminds you of yourself?
Gary Payton.
Gary Payton.
Absolutely. I've said that before, too.
Why?
Well, you know, I mean, he's solid, knows how to play every aspect of the game, has the respect of everybody in the league, can put up points if he got to, gets everybody involved, doesn't mind sharing. And when he gets sick and tired of you, he can lock you up. I don't care what your name is and what your number is. Gary Payton can lock you up.
And then that reminds you of yourself as a basketball player?
Well, you know, once again, a lot of time I was on the other end of the bench, as we've mentioned probably, what is this, the fourth time this show? And obviously you can't seem to get that through your head, but yes, as a practice player, I was that. Very much so.
So, you mean, for instance, if y'all were playing a team and you had to lock down the starter, pretend like you were the other team's best defensive player?
Oh, I really was, though. They used to call me the cat. I would step up on you, and I was a great defensive ball player. It was just other things that hampered my ability to stay on the floor, like, you know, passing the ball to the open man. You know, he didn't look open to me, I shot. That was my philosophy. That was a little basic struggles that I had, you know. That's all.
You know, the thing that impresses me is that through all of that, it has not diminished your love for the game.
I'm a basketball fan, baby, for real. For real. I love basketball. I mean, you saw the commercial. I love this game.
Yeah.
I wrote that. That's my commercial. I'm now suing the NBA for that. But I'm having a lot of trouble right now because Commissioner Stern is my uncle. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I'm so happy to get to this point. I want to hear your all-time team, and we'll do it two ways. You give me the top 5 players of all time, but first give me the top 5 by position, starting with the point guard.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson
No
at the point
question.
guard.
At
Okay.
point.
At 2.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan at the 2, not
There.
Jerry West.
No, Jerry West.
Okay, all right, just
Jerry
wanted
West
to-
can't stop Mike.
I just wanted to throw
Wait
it
a
out
minute,
there.
man. Slow down now.
Okay,
You know, when I give my answer, respect that.
I'm respecting it.
You know,
I
don't
just
get tight. Jerry West just
No.
because he the little boy on the post on the hat.
no,
That's not.
I wasn't trying to. I just wanted to throw it out there. Just maybe you maybe forgot.
No, I didn't forget nothing.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
All right, number 3.
3 what?
At the 3, small forward.
Small forward?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. But see, we picking by position,
Yeah.
not all-time greatest. I'm going with Kevin Garnett. I'm
Okay.
putting together a team that can't
Nothing
be
wrong
beat.
with that. Kevin Garnett. All right, so now the power forward.
Power forward, Kevin McHale. I'm telling you, man, over there at the power, you just can't. You couldn't stop him in the paint. You couldn't do nothing with him, man. He was unstoppable in there, man.
How about center?
Sweet Lou Alcindor, alias Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Over Wilt.
Over Wilt.
Over Bill Russell.
Same way he did it, over Wilt. All over Wilt. All Wilt could do was threaten him. He was nasty.
Over Bill Russell?
Yeah, I didn't know Bill. That's great. You know, I didn't like black and white clips.
All right, give me your all-time, the top 5 players ever play in the NBA.
Top 5 players
Top
that ever
5
played
players
in the
ever
NBA.
played.
Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan. Oh, man. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. And one more great one. I'd have to go with Oscar Robertson, man.
Black and white.
You know, like I said,
Indiana.
a lot of family members. You know, got to stay that way. Plus, I'm on the WB.
Okay, I understand that. So that ain't a bad group.
Well, who was your 5 greatest?
5 greatest?
Greatest.
Magic, Michael,
Yes.
Larry.
Yes. We agree on 3.
Jerry West, Oscar Robertson, Bill Russell, and Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, you could only pick 5.
How many was that?
9.
Take some of them off.
Okay,
We'll
let's
be back. Steve,
take Wilt
right after
Chamberlain
this.
off.
I can't take. We got another thing that I like to do. It's called 24-second clock.
Okay.
We'll give you some stuff. You just react to it.
Okay.
All right. Greatest player ever.
Magic Johnson.
Most colorful player
Say,
ever.
man, what's this sucking up my 24 seconds
No, I'm
about? What
sorry.
was that about? What was the dead,
I'm
that
gonna add-
disbelief moment?
I'm gonna add that into the back end. I paused for a second or
Effect.
2. No, for a second
So
or
I
2.
could fix it.
So yeah, in case you.
Because
it
I did
slipped out.
panic. I
Yeah,
did
it might have
panic a little
slipped out
bit.
real
Yeah,
quick.
I meant to say
But I'm gonna
Michael
put the
Jordan.
seconds on the back end.
Okay, go
All right.
ahead.
What'd you meant to say?
Michael Jordan.
Oh, well, which one are you gonna go with?
Michael Jordan.
You sure?
That's what.
Because you know Magic was really good.
I'm gonna pick him.
Okay. Best player in the league today.
Best player in the league today. Shaquille O'Neal.
Favorite NBA nickname.
Downtown Freddie Brown.
Man, I've been talking about downtown Freddie Brown for the
Dropping
longest.
it
People
from out
don't
the
know.
locker
They don't
room,
understand.
baby.
And they didn't have a 3-point rule in.
No,
He'd average about 50.
because he shot 4-point shots.
Yes, he did. Smooth.
Dog, from step out the locker room, come out the tunnel, and raise. Downtown.
I'm so
Downtown
so
Freddie
glad
Brown.
you came
Now,
up with
was
that
my
one.
Man,
I'm
boy.
gonna give you 12 more seconds.
Yes, do
All right.
that.
Best pure shooter
Best pure shooter
ever.
ever?
Mhm.
Ooh, Larry Bird, man.
Best passer.
Magic Johnson.
Most memorable NBA hairstyle.
Julius Irving. Dr. J. Coming down the paint, fro bobbing, in the wind, kick back, 6 showing, dunking on Michael Cooper. You saw it.
Pass is deflected, going to be stolen, I think, by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Way rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
That was my favorite move, too.
It was?
Go ahead,
I
say it.
wasn't. No.
Say it. It's hard to do that from the bench. That's what you was going to say. That's funny. You just cracking yourself
You
up.
are so sensitive to the
No,
bench
really, I thing. hope you explode in this lilac turtleneck. I really do. Hope you just open up and just bust all all over this damn stage.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
Mr. Funny.
I'm not,
Little cheap fixture sitting right there.
Okay, Steve. Now let me move on to something else. Let me make you the commissioner. If you were the commissioner, what's the first thing you change?
The first thing I'd change if I was commissioner.
Seeing that your uncle's the commissioner now.
Well, I would stop allowing high school kids coming into the league. I would stop that. I would at least require 2 years of college. Because I think it just allows these cats to get into manhood a little bit more before they're thrown into this world that they cannot possibly have any preparation for. That's the first thing I would do.
Would there be any exceptions?
No. I mean, you know, this all is you denying a guy living. You 18. You know, what living we denying you? You've been at home with your mama. You know, no exceptions, man. Go to school for 2 years, you know.
But, you know, there are some folks that grow up in an atmosphere where 18 is like 30. And you know that.
Okay, I got all that. Okay, but didn't you ask me the question?
Yeah, I'm just trying to continue.
You gonna argue with me about
no,
mine?
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to make sure that I understand your position.
Look, Ahmad, I had to give you some kind of answer.
I understand that.
You know, it's just a show.
Yeah, but you were the commissioner there for a moment.
But I ain't really the commissioner.
Well, but we was pretending.
Okay, and then I said the college kids you just gotta go to school. I really don't care.
I figured that.
Whether these boys, look, I don't care if you get them out of the 6th grade and give them a basketball camp out of Neverland for all I care. I'm just trying to answer the question in a timely fashion so we can get the hell out of here.
Okay, well, can I ask you one more?
Yeah.
Can I ask you one more? And I promise, whatever you say, I'm not even going to say. I'm going to say, that's good, Steve.
All right,
okay?
Here we go.
You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
If you were a coach, who's the first player you build your team around?
Shaquille O'Neal.
You got you got movies coming up?
You Got Served
Yeah.
comes out with B2K. I'm in that. And then the next big project after that is Johnson Family Vacation. My man Said the Entertainer has a movie. And I'm in it, and it's a great movie, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I can't wait to see
Anything.
Anything you do, I'm there.
Man, please come. Please come.
And thank you for coming on the show.
Anytime, you're my man.
I appreciate that. You know, and I'm not going to ever mention that bench sitting again, because, you know, it builds character.
Mm-hmm.
That'll just about do it for this week's show. I'd like to thank our guest, Steve Harvey, who, he's a man, he sat on the bench, and look at him now.
Right.
He's a little pissed off, but
got enough sense to wear a black turtleneck.
we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
With another edition of One on One. I took this out your dressing room.
That's all right. Yeah. I left it there.